Bonneval on the outside. Devise is giving it everything, but they're going to fully Bonneval in front, and she'll win the Oaks.
Maestro Murray, Bonneval bolts in.
Bonneval's holding on, and Bonneval has won a dramatic renewal. Bonneval takes Galo Chop, and Bonneval won again. Scored from Hartnell or Galo Chop.
She returns to the races today, the daughter of McPhee, and of course a couple of weekends ago she was crowned the New Zealand Horse of the Year at the New Zealand Thoroughbred Racing Awards, trained by Murray Baker and Andrew Forsman. Has made her way over to Melbourne, and today to be ridden by Regan Bayliss, who joins us live on the phone here on the Punters Lounge this morning. Good morning, Regan. Thank you so much for your time on the Punters Lounge. Bonneval coming up today, having your first ride on her. I suppose what the punters at home in New Zealand want to know is what kind of feel you got in track work on Tuesday.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, she's obviously a top class mare. I was lucky enough to be able to sit on her on Tuesday morning at track work, and she gave me the feel that that she's going very well, and she's indicated to me that she's on target this preparation. She's a lovely big horse, and as I said, I couldn't be happy with her gallop.
What did her work involve on Tuesday, Regan?
Oh, she just worked over 7 furlongs and just quickened up down the straight, and she pulled up really well from it, and I think she's a good chance there.
You jump out of barrier number 8. What do you sort of think about the first couple of 100 metres of the race in terms of where you'd like to settle with her?
Yeah, look, it doesn't look to be too bad a speed. She looks like, in all of her races, you can just jump out and fall on her neck and just find a rhythm with her and let that speed go. I think she's drawn a nice barrier for her just to sort of get back and switch her off, get into a good rhythm, and then, when we do flow through our gears, make sure she's got clear running, and hopefully she can finish over the top of them.
What about riding at Moonee Valley for you? Is it a different track? Do you have to adapt to a different style there with the way that the turns are? It doesn't. It's not an overnight thing that you can pick up. The more and more you ride there, the more you can sort of pick up on little things and all that. I think it's one of the most trickiest tracks that we have here in Victoria, and we all love riding at Moonee Valley, and it's got that certain aura to it. It's great racing, and as I said, it's always helps the horse having a run on it for its first time, and she was able to come here first up last prep in the Dato, and she was able to win, which always is a massive tip. Want to talk to you about her chances today in terms of lining her up against a horse like Hartnell. We've obviously got Night's Watch in there as well as horses like Mighty Boss, the Caulfield Guineas winner. But how do you rate her against Hartnell? Do you feel as though she's vulnerable, having not had that run under her belt?
Look, obviously, hasn't raced since the Caulfield Cup, so that's always some query against horses that have already had a couple of runs under their belt this campaign. Obviously, Hartnell, he ran second to Winks in a Cox Plate at this same track, so he's a great, tough, honest horse. Although he's getting older, I still hold him in high regard. Even horses like Night's Watch, who is yet to tackle sort of weight for age. He's got a lot of promise, and he won really well at the 1,400 metres last start at Caulfield. I think he's a great champ as well. Looking at the form overall, I think her and Hartnell are definitely the class runners of the race, and although she will probably improve massively off this first up run, and she's probably going to be better once she gets up over 2,000 metres plus. But class takes horses a long way, and I think she'll be there in the finish.
Yeah, the old adage, class will carry you an absolute mile. Well, we hope so today with Bonneval. We're just taking a look at your book of rides. You've obviously got a very strong association with the Hayes Dabenig stable, Regan. Tell me about Spanish Whisper in race number 6 and how you assess her chances.
Yeah, she's a really nice filly. She's obviously got really good form over in New Zealand before she come over to Australia, and since she's been in the stables. She's trialled up very nicely, and she's drawn it maybe a touch awkward today, but
I think she's got really good gate speed. If you can get across and find a nice run and switch her off in the first half of the race, I think she's got a really, really good turn of foot.
And the other one that you're riding for the Hayes Dabenig team is Tulip in race number 7. What did you make of its first up effort to the races? You obviously weren't riding that day, but I guess you've had a chance to look at its 1,200 metre run?
Yeah, it was a great run first up. There was a sort of very on speed sort of day. It was very hard to make ground, and the leader Mary, she kicked and won and was too hard to run down. But I think it was a great first up run. She dropped from 57.5. She's got 54 now today, and she's second up, so she'll strip better off that first up run. She loves Moonee Valley. She's won there twice before, and she's also drawn a little bit awkward, but she can sort of find a nice spot. I'm sure she'll make her presence felt.
Regan, out of your rise today, it looks a really consistent, strong book. Is there one horse that you're looking forward to riding more than the rest in terms of their winning chance?
Yeah, I'd say Spanish Whisperer in race 6.
All right, Regan, thank you so much for your time today. You're flying the Kiwi flag somewhat on a couple of fronts today, so we wish you all the best and thanks for your time this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
There's Regan Bayliss. He is certainly going well in Victoria in the riding ranks there, and he takes the ride aboard the daughter of McPhee today in Bonneval.